Hello everyone, it is Ezel, back at it again with another Thera video. This time we're starting the reveals of our very first booster set, Booster Set 1, The Gathering of the Nations. So this booster set is, like I said earlier, our very first booster set for Thera. It adds a lot more to each song that already is present with the trial songs, but also creates 5 more new songs. And today we'll be actually focusing on one of those new songs, doing 2 reveals, and this will be typically the longest of the reveals, where every time we start a new song, it'll be about 4 to 5 minutes long, explaining these songs' gimmick and then going over the first 2 cards. And then afterwards, hopefully the rest of them will transition into YouTube shorts, where we will still get to explain the cards, but we will explain them in less detail than we explain these ones. So let's get started, shall we, and see what we have, because today we are covering Gamble. Gamble is a very interesting concept song, simply because it is heavily reliant on the concept of luck. It can either be really powerful, or it can be really weak, or it can be somewhere in between, depending on how lucky you get. How Gamble works is simple. Any card with Gamble, when you play its ability, regardless of which card it is, sends the top card of your opponent's song to the drop zone. And for most Gamble cards, in say for example Hot Guesser, they will specify one of 2 cards that has to be seen for the Gamble to continue its effect. If the Gamble continues its effect, in the case of Hot Guesser, it's a spell or a trap. So if your opponent sends a spell or a trap to the drop zone from the skill, then the Gamble is considered successful and the effect continues. However, if they don't send a card that's specified to the drop zone, so say for example for Hot Guesser, a spell or a trap, if they sent a creature, rune, or a trigger to the drop zone, the effect fails, the Gamble fails, and the effect stops there. So all around, Gamble can either be a really good thing for you and keep going with effects and allow for more combo play, or it can be a really bad thing for you and be a waste of resources. So you just have to be willing to take those chances. So today we'll start off with our very first card, who goes against most Gambles, and that would be our ace creature, Flaming Gambler, Precila. She's a level 3 human, as most gamblers are, with 200 power, 1 damage. She is a triple rare in the second card in the booster set. She has a gift icon for the nation of Arizon, as all the gamblers are, and her skill is Gamble by paying 1. When she enters the field, you get to send the top card of your opponent's song to the drop zone, like most Gamble creatures. However, unlike most Gamble creatures, such as Hot Guesser, who we'll go over later, who specifies that you have to use one of 2 cards to get the skill off, Priscilla's effect instead activates based on the type of cards sent to the drop zone for her ability. So if a creature is sent, you draw 2 cards. If a spell is sent, your opponent discards 2 cards. If a trap is sent, your opponent takes 2 damage, and if a rune is sent, you get to heal 2 damage. All around, Precila is a very powerful creature, as the only way her Gamble is considered failed is if your opponent sees a trigger. But if they don't see a trigger, you are getting some benefit out of it in some way, shape, or form, whether it's your opponent losing cards or you gaining cards. Either way though, Precila is a very powerful creature, again being only a pay 1 for her skill and having 4 different abilities to activate depending on what the Gamble is, and having 200 base power, meaning that she can go toe to toe with a lot of ace creatures, makes her a very good creature to have, and is an easy 4 of an all Gamble decks based off of that ability and that ability alone. And then, of course, we have our second Gamble card, and that would be Hot Guesser, who is also a human, is a level 1, has 100 power, and because she is a level 1, she has a shield icon, meaning she can be used to defend us and attacks if we have her in her hand. And for her Gamble ability, by paying 1, like Precila, when she enters the field, send the top card of opponent's onto the drop zone. However, unlike Precila, and like most Gamble cards actually, if the card sent is of a specified type, again in Hot Guesser's case, a spell or a trap, you get to draw a card. All around pretty solid, as if you see another Hot Guesser from the draw, if the Gamble is successful, you can play that Hot Guesser and keep sending cards from your opponent's song to the drop zone, while not only bringing them close to a song out, but also continuing to increase your hand cards, while also forcing out more offense onto your board. All around, Hot Guesser is a very good follower and a nice setup card for Gamble, and a very good generic card in general for the entire nation of Arizon, because it can possibly get rid of important cards lying at the top of your opponent's song, but also increase your hand cards as well. All around, Hot Guesser is a very powerful card, and so is Precila, and that they are both 4-ofs in a typical Gamble deck. And that is pretty much going to be it for this video, and this is the format that all the Thera reveals will follow. So I hope you all enjoyed. In the next one, we will cover a little bit more. We will only cover 2 cards per week, and hopefully next time will be a YouTube short variant, and hopefully these reveals kind of show you how this system is going to go, and hopefully it was a good example of that. So without further ado, that's it for this one. I hope all of you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out. Spread out the word of Thera. We are trying to get more active as time goes on. And I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to check us out.